Hey everybody, it's Bronco from Apex Vaulting, doing another one of these weekly videos. Something I wanted to discuss, last week I talked about my how to bend the pole video, and I went over some comments that people made. I think something that often happens in the pole vault, people talk about their coaching system or their technical model, and people make it sound like their technical model or their coaching system will solve all the issues of the pole vault. It's like, well, that vaulter with that other coach or that other club, they have that mistake in their jump because of that, system or whatever, technical model that they employ. The thing is, I think no matter what system you use, there are just common errors in the vault that happen. An example is plants that are too early or too late. Now there's things that cause an early plant or cause a late plant, but these are common flaws that no matter how you coach the vault, no matter what system you employ, this is an issue, okay? As an example, at Apex, we don't use a counting system for planting the pole. We tell our athletes to look straight ahead, develop their peripheral vision, and develop a feel for how far from the box to go, start to drop the pole, get into a low carry, then flip into the shoulder position, and then finish the plant. You have to develop that. And I'm sure someone could say, well, they have people who plant too early, or, well, they have people that plant too late. But I used to coach counting, and I know plenty of people who do coach counting, and they still have athletes that plant too early or plant too late. That's just a common flaw, right? There are common flaws. Another common flaw in the vault is a flat takeoff. Having athletes that don't jump up with or without a drive knee. This is just a common flaw. Even if you coach jumping up, even if you coach a long short and a penultimate step, however you coach it, you're still going to have athletes that struggle to accomplish this. So I guess I'm trying to explain to people that we can't just look at someone's best athlete and now say, oh, wow, that coaching system, this is what this coaching system produces. Well, yes, this is what this coaching system produces at its top end, at its best, but there are certainly many athletes coached by that coach or coached by that system that have the common flaws that you'll see everywhere in the vault. I did see a video where, people were even talking about Mondo's jump, and they're trying to almost backwards engineer it and be like, wow, see, this is why he jumps so high. And there are so many variables that go into the vault. I mean, we have to talk about running form, how we carry the pole, how we plant the pole, then plant timing. Then we have to talk about our philosophy on how to jump up or whether to jump up at takeoff. And then we can talk about everything off the ground, finishing takeoff, swing, invert, turn, push off, right? Again, there's just common flaws. If we talk about the swing, a common flaw that people have with the swing is leaning back or not finishing the swing. It really doesn't matter how you coach it. Those flaws are still going to be there. Now, again, I have my opinion, and I post plenty of instructional video and content on my philosophy and how we coach here at Apex. But again, doesn't matter. You're still going to have that kid that, leans back on the swing or doesn't finish the swing. That's a common error, and it still has to be addressed. And I could cherry pick my best athlete to be like, aha, look at this. This is what this system produces. It can, best case scenario. Or I can also show you someone who's a beginner novice, learning, and they've got plenty of mistakes in their jump from start to finish. There's no such thing as a foolproof coaching system. There's no such thing as a foolproof technical model in the vault. It just doesn't exist. And if we're being honest, anybody out there who's like, well, this is the best way to coach, or this is the best technical model, anyone who does this is going to jump this high or look like this. They're flat out lying. They're flat out lying. There are far too many people that when they talk about a technical model in the vault or they talk about a coaching system, they fail to mention beginner novice athletes. They fail to mention athletes that are not athletically capable of hitting the technical positions that these people are talking about. They're ignoring a huge percentage of the people out there that are vaulting. They only talk about the people that jump high in a particular coaching system or technical model. So again, guys, no matter how much you love your technical model, no matter how much you love your coaching system, we all have to deal with certain common errors, and we're trying to address them every day. Focus more on trying to address those common errors in the vault, and don't ignore the people that are struggling. You know, helping someone fix their plant timing doesn't matter. I don't care if you teach people counting or not. You're going to have people that are planting too early or too late, and you're going to have to help those people through it, and you're going to have to get more nuanced, change the way you explain something, and individualize it for the particular athlete that you're dealing with. There's nothing out there that is foolproof, works every single time. And I think even as coaches, we sometimes find a drill or we find a cue that works for one athlete. And I've done it myself. You kind of machine gun it with every athlete that you coach, and it's kind of confirmation bias. Like, oh, see, this drill is working. Except, a week or two passes by and you're like, okay, well, it really worked for that one person. I might have to adjust this for everybody else. And maybe not everybody else needs to even do this drill or have this coaching cue, Make sure you're looking at each individual athlete, giving them what they need, and working through those common technical flaws that we see in the vault. Doesn't matter how good your coaching system is, doesn't matter how great your technical model is, we all have to deal with how we're going to work with these common technical flaws or common mistakes in the vault. All right, have a good week, everybody.